The Code of Hammurabi. Today I'm going to be presenting and talking about this certain topic that I was interested in for these chapters. The discovery of the Code of Hammurabi was the most important event in which was taking place in the development of Assyriological science. The monument in which the Code of Hammurabi was engraved was found in December 1901 and January 1902 on the Acropolis of Susa by an expedition sent out by the French government. Engraved are 16 columns of text, 4.5 of which from the prologue. There were originally 5 more columns on the obverse, but they have been cut off. On the reverse, there are 28 columns, the last 5 which form the epilogue. Hammurabi was the first king of the first dynasty, which simply means he is the first king known to us, as there must have been many rulers of Babylon before the historical period. He was the first monarch to make a united Babylonia. The topic grabbed my attention because these laws covered their everyday common life, just like the laws we have today. And to have a united and civil community or town, there has to be laws that are taking place. And so in the Code of Hammurabi, there were about 282 laws, and they can be read as a form of if and then, meaning if someone did something, then this would happen. And these laws were like a guide per se, so the judges would know what to go by if someone committed a crime and came before them. It's like, let's say you get stopped by a police officer nowadays, and the police determines that you have been drinking alcohol. Well, then what would happen? You will most likely go to jail or get a DWI or I, because that is the law. Back in those days, they referred to the Code of Hammurabi to determine what would happen if you committed some sort of crime or something happened and they needed to know what to do. And these laws covered, like I said, the most everyday life, like family issues, medical issues, like if a doctor was to do something to you as a patient, you were covered in these laws. Family issues, like we will see. Basically, these laws were written on the Code of Hammurabi. They're similar, very similar to the ones we have today. And when it comes to marriage laws, it was very specific on who got to keep what, the land or houses, for example, depending if children were involved. Another important detail of these laws of the Code of Hammurabi had many similarities to the Bible. For example, the book of Deuteronomy, like an eye for an eye. So like if you did something, then somebody was allowed to do something to you of the similar way and things like that. Almost any law that you can think of was written on the code to protect the people. So this is why I chose, like I said before, this topic, because I think it is very important to have a community safe and have these laws to go by.